So, class 12th, chapter 3D, and topic is questions on line. Remember, these kind of questions are not available in NCERT. So, these are very, very important questions from the board's perspective. Boards में generally ऐसे ही questions पूछे जाते हैं. Now, what is the question? Try to understand. We need to find the equation of a line that is passing through 1, 2, minus 4 and is perpendicular to L1 as well as perpendicular to L2. Now, how to solve this kind of questions? First of all, you need to understand that components. What are the components of the Cartesian form of the line? These three are representing the point through which it passes, and these three are representing the parallel vector. That means the parallel vector to first line is 3i minus 16j plus 7k, and parallel vector for second line is 3i plus 8j minus 5k. Now, you need to understand at this place. Let's suppose that these two lines are given, fine, and the third line is to be perpendicular to both of them. So if these two are given, then third is to be perpendicular. It has to be like this. One vector is parallel to this b1, another one is parallel to this b2. So if I take their cross product will be this yellow one, and this should be parallel to the required line. That means whenever we have to find the equation of a line which is perpendicular to the given line, two given lines, then the vector which will be parallel to our required line will be the cross product of these two. Okay, you can easily check this one by using these three pens. Fine, these two are given, so b1 and b2. Required line is this one, so their cross product will be perpendicular to both of them. That means parallel with the required line. So b vector will be equals to b1 cross b2. What will be the result? I cap 80 minus 56, that is 24, minus j, minus 15 minus 21, so minus 36, plus k, that is 24 plus 48, that is 72. So the parallel vector 24i plus 36j plus 72k. We can easily divide this vector, or just don't divide it, let it be like this only. We need to find the equation of a line. Now, what is the question becomes? We need to find the equation of a line which is passing through P and parallel to B vector. So vector form of this line is R vector is equals to A vector, that is I plus 2j minus 4k plus lambda times parallel vector, that is 24i plus 36j plus 72k. Now you can see that I can easily take out 12 common, and 12 when multiplied by lambda becomes a new constant. So it can also be written as I plus 2j minus 4k plus mu times 2i plus 3j plus 6k. Why I am telling you this one? Because this question, if comes in MCQs, then may be possible that this answer is not given and this answer is given. May be possible that both of them given and the third option is given, that both of them are correct. So it is important from that point of view. And Cartesian form, if I need to find out for the same line, then it will be x minus 1 upon 24 is equals to y minus 2 upon 36 is equals to z plus 4 upon 72. Again, these three can be cancelled by 12. So the final equation can be x minus 1 upon 2, y minus 2 upon 3, and z plus 4 upon 6. Look here, this is another question which says that show that the lines L1 and L2 intersect each other. First of all, we need to prove that these two are intersecting lines, and then we have to find their intersection point as well. So what is the question? We need to prove that the lines are intersecting and we have to find the point of intersection. How to do with that one? L1, if I take L1, then I can identify the point through which it passes, that is minus I minus 3j minus 5k, and the vector which it is parallel to. So 3i plus 5j plus 7k. Similarly from L2, 2i plus 4j plus 6k, and parallel vector is I plus 3j plus 5k. Now, if the lines are intersecting, then the shortest distance between them should be equals to 0. As per the formula of shortest distance, a2 minus a1 dot b1 cross b2 must be equals to 0. Now, a2 minus a1, this is a2 and this is a1. 2 minus minus 1 becomes 3i cap. 4 minus minus 3 becomes 7j cap. 6 minus minus 5 becomes 11k cap. Similarly, b1 cross b2, the cross product of b1 and b2, that comes out to be 4i minus 8j plus 4k. If I take the dot product of these two, that is coming as 0. So the lines intersect each other. Now, how to find their intersection point? Take any one of the equations. I took L1, I kept it equals to lambda, and I took out the coordinates of x, y, z in terms of lambda. So x comes out to be 3 lambda minus 1, y comes out to be 5 lambda minus 3, and z comes out to be 7 lambda minus 5. These are the coordinates of any general point on line L1. If the two lines, let's imagine that this is the intersection point. These are the coordinates of intersection point. So if the lines intersect each other, it means this coordinate must satisfy the line L2 as well. So I have kept these three coordinates in line L2. 3 lambda minus 1 minus 2 upon 1, 5 lambda minus 3 minus 4 upon 3, 7 lambda minus 5 minus 6 upon 5. And I took the first two and I then solved it. So after solution, I'm getting lambda is 1 by 2. You could have taken second and third. You could have taken first and third. That is immaterial. You will be getting same value of lambda. When this lambda is kept in these three coordinates, I'm getting half, minus half, and minus 3 by 2. So the lines intersect at point 1 by 2, minus 1 by 2, and minus 3 by 2. This is one of the most important question, which is a trend setter in the board examinations. What is the question? You will be given the equation of a line. You will be given a point, not on the line. You will be asked to find out the foot of perpendicular, that is Q. You will be asked to find out the length of perpendicular, that is PQ. And you will be asked to find out the image of point P in the line, that is R. Three things will be asked. What are the three things? The first is coordinates of Q. Second is length of PQ. And third is image of point P, that is R. How to solve this question? See, if I simplify this particular equation, that means if I keep together the terms of I, J, and K, then I'll get 2 lambda minus 1 I cap plus 3 lambda plus 3 J cap plus 1 minus lambda K cap. So what are this 2 lambda minus 1, 3 lambda plus 3, and 1 minus lambda? These are basically the coordinates of any generalized point on this line. So let us say coordinates of Q. So coordinates of Q. These coordinates I, J, K, coefficients of I, J, K in vector form, these can be taken as the coordinates of any general point on this line which is given to us. Fine. So let's say coordinates of Q are 2 lambda minus 1, 3 lambda plus 3, and 1 minus lambda. Now, if we have the coordinates of Q, can I find out the drs of PQ vector? That will be 2 lambda minus 1 minus 5. So 2 lambda minus 1 minus 5, 3 lambda plus 3 minus 4, and 1 minus lambda minus 2. So we get 2 lambda minus 6, comma, 3 lambda minus 1, comma, minus 1 minus lambda. Fine. We have a vector which is parallel to the line. What is that vector? This B vector which is parallel to the line is 2I plus 3J minus K. The line is parallel to this B vector. Now it is quite clear that PQ vector is perpendicular to B vector. According to question, I can say that PQ vector is perpendicular to B vector. So their dot product should be 0. So PQ dot B should be equals to 0. 2 lambda minus 6 into 2 plus 3 into 3 lambda minus 1 plus minus 1 multiply minus 1 minus lambda should be equals to 0. So 4 lambda minus 12 plus 9 lambda minus 3 plus 1 plus lambda is equals to 0. 14 lambda minus 14 is equals to 0, which is giving us lambda as 1. If lambda comes out to be 1, then coordinates of Q can be taken as 2 lambda minus 1. So 2 minus 1 becomes 1. 3 lambda plus 3, 3 plus 3 becomes 6. And 1 minus lambda, 1 minus 1 becomes 0. So these are the coordinates of point Q. Length of PQ can be determined by distance formula. So PQ square is equals to 1 minus 5 ka whole square plus 6 minus 4 ka whole square plus 0 minus 2 whole square. Distance formula, minus 4 ka square 16, 2 ka square 4, 2 ka square 4. So we are getting 24. That means PQ is equals to root of 24, that is 2 root 6 units. Now, in order to find the coordinates of image, we can see that if this line is a plane mirror and this is an object, so distance of object is equal to distance of image, simple concept. So accordingly, I can say that Q is midpoint of PR. Q is midpoint of PR. So what can be done? If Q is midpoint of PR, then S plus 5 upon 2 is equals to 1. So S comes out to be 2 minus 5, that is minus 3. Then P plus 4 upon 2 is equals to 6. So P comes out to be 12 minus 4, and that is 8. And T plus 2 upon 2 is equals to 0. So T comes out to be minus 2. So coordinates of R. What are the coordinates? Minus 3, comma 8, comma minus 2. So in this way, we determine the three things in this question. The first thing, the coordinates of Q. This is the first answer. Then the length of PQ. This is the second answer. Then the coordinates of image. This is the third answer. So this kind of question usually represent in the boards in 5 marks category. Next and very important question again, we have been given the equation of a line. We have been given a point which is not on this line. How can you check that the point is not on the line? Put 1 here, 3 upon 3, 1. 2 here, 2 plus 1, 3 upon 2. So 1 is not equals to 3 upon 2. That means it clearly says that the point does not belong to the line. Now this point is somewhere out of the line. So we need to find a point on the line. Maybe 1 point, maybe more than 1 point. But we need to find the points on the line which are at a distance of 3 root 2 units from point P. So obviously, there will be 2 points, one on this side, one on this side. If I just simply say the diagram, then there will be more than 1 point of this nature on this line, which are at a distance of 3 root 2 units from the point P. How can we find it out? We can find out the coordinates of generalized point from this equation. And these coordinates may be taken as that of Q. So let coordinates of Q are 3 lambda minus 2, then 2 lambda minus 1, and 2 lambda plus 3. So PQ is given as 3 root 2, given. That means PQ square will become 18. Now PQ square 3 lambda minus 2 minus 1. That means 3 lambda minus 3 whole square plus 2 lambda minus 3 whole square plus 2 lambda plus 3 minus 3 whole square is equals to 18. If I expand 9 lambda square plus 9 minus 18 lambda plus 4 lambda square plus 9 minus 12 lambda plus 4 lambda square is equals to 18. 9 plus 4 plus 4, 17 lambda square. Then minus 18 minus 12 minus 30 lambda. Then 9 plus 9, 18 and 18 can be cancelled out. This 9 and this 18 can be cancelled out is equals to 0. So we can take out lambda common. 17 lambda minus 30 is equals to 0. So we are getting two values of lambda. One is 0, one is 30 upon 17. If lambda is 0, then coordinates of Q. These were the coordinates minus 2, minus 1, 3. And if lambda is 30 upon 17, then coordinates of Q. 3 lambda minus 2 means 90 upon 17 minus 2. 90 minus 34, 56 upon 17. Then 2 lambda minus 1. So 60 upon 17 minus 1, that is 60 upon 17 minus 1, 43 upon 17, and 2 lambda plus 3. So 60 upon 17 plus 3. 17 is a 51, 111 upon 17. So what are the coordinates in this case? 56 upon 17, comma 43 upon 17, comma 111 upon 17. That means on this line, we will have two such points. One is at this coordinate and another one is at this coordinate. Fine. So this is again one of the very, very important questions. This is the next question. We need to find out the equation of two lines which are passing through origin and making an angle of pi by 3 with the given line. So lines are passing through point O and making an angle of pi by 3 with the given line. So I have taken this one as lambda and I have taken the coordinates of P only. So the coordinates of P comes out to be 2 lambda plus 3, lambda plus 3 and lambda. I have taken out the drs of OP, that is x2 minus x1, y2 minus y1, z2 minus z1. So same will be coming as drs. Line is parallel to B vector, that is 2, 1, 1. So 2i j plus k. So drs of B vector are 2i, 2, 1 and 1. Since the angle between these two is pi by 3, that means angle between OP vector and B vector should be equals to pi by 3. So I applied the formula of cos theta. cos theta is equals to b1 dot b2 upon magnitude b1 magnitude b2. So 2 into 2 lambda plus 3, 1 into lambda plus 3, 1 into lambda upon root of 2 lambda plus 3 square, lambda plus 3 square plus lambda square, root of 2 square plus 1 square plus 1 square. If I solve it, I'm getting two values of lambda, that is minus 2 and minus 1. The solution is simple. The whole squares have been opened, then clubbed together, then cross multiply, squaring in order to remove the roots. It results in a quadratic equation. I get two solutions of quadratic equation, get two values of lambda. If I take lambda as minus 2, so drs of OP comes out to be, coordinates of P comes out to be, sorry, not drs, coordinates of P comes out to be minus 1, 1 and minus 2. Equation of OP कैसे निकलेगा? Equation of line joining 2 points. So x minus 0 upon x2 minus x1. So x minus 0 upon minus 1 minus 0. That means x minus 0 upon minus 1. Similarly, y minus 0 upon 1 minus 0. Z minus 0 upon minus 2 minus 0. So it comes out to be the first equation. If I take the second value of lambda, then coordinates of P comes out to be 1, 2 and minus 1. Same way, second equation of OP can be this one. So basically, one of the equation is of OP and one of the equation is of OQ. So you can take this one as for OP and this one is for OQ. Fine. This is what is one of the most important questions from the board's point of view.